Yeah, one of my favorite features that I saw on Price.com is the ability to it can show you every different option you can buy from, and
Right.
then it gives you the best pricing, right? So then
Right.
you know immediately, you know, even though they're all selling the same thing, this one gives me $200 off that
Exactly.
$800 product, you know?
Exactly. We
Yeah.
also have like price history and alerts. So, for example, price history you can think as a time machine for prices. So it can tell you like how the prices have changed over the last 1 year, and it can also suggest you that it's a good time to buy it or not. And you can
Amazing.
also set an alert, and it notifies you when the prices are. You set the alert, for example, I want to buy this item for $60. It was like $100, for example. It notifies you price is met, and it's a good time to buy it as well.
That's
Yeah.
so smart.
Amazing.
Such a helpful tool.
Yeah, thank you.
Right? Because that's one of the biggest things is like comparing how prices were and how prices are and like really trying to navigate the field and get the best deals.
Thank you.
That's
Well,
really exciting.
along that point, and it's one of the reasons I love the company and how the product works, right? Is most people, if you have to spend all the time and energy doing the research trying to find your best product, you're not really going to do it. For me, price integrates seamless, right? If I'm shopping, right, a pair of Vans shoes on Vans website, boom, it's the same price at Walmart with cash back, right? I had to buy an outdoor TV on Sony.com, $4,000. Price showed me where it was $3,000 with 10% cash back. Exact same item.
Yeah.
Right. So it integrates perfectly with your normal shopping habits because if you have to change it too much, it's
Yeah, then it
hard
does not
to
work
fully
out.
change
Exactly.
people's behavior.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it literally, I mean, I like that term, smart shopping.
Yep.
Is that something you use often?
We use
for-
pretty often like smart
Yeah.
shopping. Our mission is we say our tagline is like maximize your savings, but smart shopping is what we go for too. Yeah,
That's fantastic.
thank you.
With
Chapter 5, smart
Chapter 5,
shopping.
There we go. I knew it was an important word.
There's a chapter on price.com as well on this in this book. So
Perfect.
what we saw during the pandemic, and then obviously with inflation starting very heavily in 2021 moving forward, a lot of small businesses were affected. How can small businesses utilize something like Price.com to help them?
it's a great question, by the way. So we do a lot of different things at Price to get them additional exposure. For example, we have like a newsletters that we sent out just for small businesses. We have a special section on Price.com talking about small businesses as well. But at the same time, like small business can use like tools like dynamic pricing, for example, to be very competitive. Because it's important, like they can use AI to really know what price they should sell the item for, depending on the demand in the market.
wow.
And it's a very effective tool. It's been proven by, and a lot of companies are using it right now. But so sometimes we also license our technology as well, so help companies like, hey, to know if they're effectively pricing the products based on the
Amazing.
market condition as well. So
That's so helpful. It's like blowing my mind right now because there's, at a bunch of different companies I'm kind of involved in, you have to do so much market research to figure out what price you're going to
Prices.
sell this at, right? It's like, what is the market like? What are my competitors doing? Are we premium or are we, discounted? Like, what type of product are we? And, if there's just that one tool, one place to go for that,
Right.
I mean, you're saving so much time, right? I mean, that's fantastic.
thank
Well,
you.
just think for a small business where working capital is critical, right? Now, if you can make all your inputs 5% cheaper by
Yeah.
using price, that means you have to raise less money. It makes all the fundamentals better in your business.
Those marginal changes can mean everything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And things become really expensive, by the way, for like smaller businesses right now. Everything is so much more expensive, like any kind of equipments you're buying
Yeah.
and things like that. So we can also help them save money on all the things that they're buying it for their restaurants or for the hotels and for the coffee shops. So
amazing.
that's why one of the angles that we have right now, we're very consumer focused, but we also expanding into like helping our businesses save money for everything they're buying at their shops. And I think that's the big vision that we have for Price as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, is that like is there a space for wholesaling more or less on Price.com? Is that kind of a
I think
direction
that's
you guys are
something we are
going?
looking into. For
Yeah.
example, we're working with Dream Hotel in Hollywood right now, the Dream Hotel
Yeah, yeah.
in Hollywood. So they're buying like bulk supplies right now. They buy like bunch of lamps or mattresses in the hotel, and they have used price, and we save them a lot of money as well.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
now we're thinking about expanding it to like other hotel chains and things down the line as well too.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that could be huge.
Yep.
It's funny. I feel like Dwight Schrute from The Office sometimes because the price of paper went up for our comic books, and I'm like sitting here regulating the price of paper. Like,
Make sure you're using price for all your supplies and everything you're buying at your house.
oh, it's going to be my one-stop shop for everything. That's 100%. I love using it for, I've been more on like the retail consumer side of it,
Right,
right?
right.
Which has been great. But I'm going
But for helping out your own business is something like I think is great as well.
Yeah, that'll be a new feature that I'm all over.
Yeah, and that's I think for a small business to come in, and if they are able to like you're saying take 5% off of the overall price versus their competitors, then all of a sudden they're at the top of the list on Price.com, and that's going to be most likely, in my opinion, what people are going to pick, right? So that can help a business if you're able to do that. I think it can make their margins go way up. Their returns can be so much better, and that's like such an incredible thing to offer people. So thank you for being awesome.
Thank you for getting the word out.
Of course. No, it needs to be out there. You have a lot of technology in Price.com. Would love to hear more about some of the advanced technologies that you guys have. What are they, and how do you guys implement them?
Right. So the biggest one is like the one search that we spent out building many, many years on. One search that can save you on 100,000 stores, 1 billion products. And we have to constantly refresh them as well. Like prices keep changing all the time. Like Amazon changes the pricing multiple times a day. So we have to we build out this massive infrastructure which refreshes over 1 billion products prices every single day. Wow. And it's a very hard tech to build. Again, many, many years in the making. We also offer, for example, the cashback infrastructure, which is really powerful. We have close to 10,000 stores offering cashback right now. As you know, it's a new norm. Capital One and all the banks promote it right now, but to get the cashback and to get and to redeem the rewards. Then we also have an infrastructure around for example, we do the comparison shopping. And the comparison shopping is what took us many years to build as well, because we're not just comparing a new item to a new item, we also compare a new item to a slightly used item. And that's where the deep learning and AI went into it. And so think about this, you go in buying from Nordstrom, we can match the same item to Poshmark or Rent the Runway. And it's a very hard tech to build. So that's where we have spent many years building it out. But we have a browser extension, app, website, so many different ways people can use it. We also offer verified coupon codes. I'm sure it happened in your customer shopping journey, by the way, looking for a coupon code on a Google search, and the coupon code didn't work, by the way. So we have a concept of verified coupon codes. That means we verify this in the back end. So anytime you use a coupon code, it's very likely to work. So that's what we have invested on. We want to build that one place where people go to save money on everything they're buying.
Are there any kind of upcoming or new things that are maybe farther off in the future that you're currently working on developing, or anything like that you can speak to? Or
yeah, so I think my big vision for Price is to continue making the matching better. I think if we have the best matching engine in the world, by the way, I feel then this is definitely there's so many different applications. One of the applications I have, which I've been thinking about for a long time, is let's say you go to Goodwill, for example. And right now you get these manual tax receipts, right, that they give it to you on a paper. What happens, we can recognize all those products. We know exactly how much they're selling and how much the used market value is, and compare with the new market value, and actually create an automatic tax receipts for you.
Wow.
So that's going to be a great application to have, because I feel right now it's very manually done, and it's not. I think the government is wasting money on taxes, and I feel it'll be a win-win for both consumers and for the government as well.
Yeah, essentially leading the space of it's gonna be funny, prices,
Right.
and like it's got to be the most advanced technology for kind of like price gathering and everything we've been talking about, right?
Price gathering and price matching, the product
Yeah.
matching.
Yeah.
And that's the two pillars of the comparison shopping that we built out, by the way. I feel like one is to refresh the products every single day.
Yeah.
And the other one is do the matchmaking, which is itself is a very hard tech to build.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video.
And subscribe and hit the bell for a whole lot more to come.